Some things are better in person, but not me. A face for radio and a voice for books.
What am I supposed to say? Like, do you want me to build you up, or how does this
No,
work?
I just figured you're going to agree with me, like most things. That's the point.
Okay, Phil, you got
I,
something?
I, I don't agree with him ever, so
So what do we do? Like, Phil, what?
I think we just go into the
I've
intro.
caught you in
Would-
that place where you can't
This is a
disagree with
compliment
me.
sandwich.
If you disagree, you
we need to
compliment
be the
me.
compliment
You
bread.
have to agree with me,
We're gluten-
or I
we're gluten-
win.
I like your
gluten-free.
hands. Now he says what he did, and then you complete the compliment sandwich.
He has a ugly jersey on.
It's not
Next
bad.
on Ugly
It's
Thirds.
not bad.
Welcome back, sports fans, to another episode of Ugly Thirds. Today's topic will be Better in Person Reverse Retro 2.0. Shrems and John, take it away.
That was an unmitigated disaster, and I'm here for it. So some things are better in person, right? You see the graphic, you're like, okay, it is what it is.
But you need to see it on ice.
Oh yeah, or like, and sometimes even like live, like because Phil's a maniac and bought all 32 of these.
Yeah.
Seeing them and being like, wow, yeah, I should have got one of those.
Yeah.
That's a good looking jersey. Which I know, like you can see the graphic, like, okay,
Yeah.
you know, so that's what this like, and it's not going to translate well because we're also online. But this is one of the things. Trust me, if you can go see one anywhere, go see and back us up because I think these all look much better in person.
Number 3 rather. This one's you. Like I'm trying to figure out like your angle.
Winnipeg Jets. So while Phil's reading when this was made, the folded up original is right over there. You can see it if you could grab that while Phil tells us when this was.
Okay. Is it time for me to tell you when it was?
Yes, it's time for you to tell me when it was.
1990.
You know what? Why don't you just...
So there's two versions that Winnipeg wore. They wore the one with the shoulder stripe from 80 to 90,
Here.
and then this until the end in 1996.
Is there anything else over here?
I think I'm good. I have a whole pile of props. I'm sorry. This jersey is the original, and you can see they didn't change a ton. Good luck finding these, by the way. This is from long. I can no longer wear this. Childhood jersey. Look, not much has changed, honestly, but I think these colors pop so well. In the same way as Winnipeg's third with the script Jets.
Right.
I hated that look until you came to trivia wearing it. I'm like, oh, all right. This blue looks so different in person, and it just does not translate well in whatever color they're using in the graphics online or photographs. Like it's just one of those you gotta go see it in person. This blue pops.
Yeah. And we were talking about just a moment ago, and I can't remember which team that had the dark blue.
The Rangers.
Blue. Right. So it didn't work, but this does. Like it's a perfect balance of that darker blue and the lighter blue that accents everything.
It's about as light as dark as you can get without it clashing.
Yeah.
Like it is because like you expect more like the Penguins with baby blue, like a real light, or that with that sea foam and what like that's obvious. This is like right on the cusp. I think that's probably why I didn't like it in graphics and stuff because it's very close, but in person, my goodness. And you know what I never noticed before? This patch. I had to look up what that was. Because the original had the
playing card here. Oh,
so Phil,
for kids.
Let's use New Jersey Cam, which is not affiliated with New Jersey. The old Jets wore the Goals for Kids, which was their charity. This is the new version by True North.
Oh,
yeah, and so instead of the ring, it's a heart.
Very subtle.
It is super subtle. Yeah. I didn't know they did that.
No.
And so that made it on as it did in the original, which I've had people criticize, like, "Oh, the charity patch ruined it." Like, I think it's a nice touch. If you ask
very
me.
nice.
You know, it's charity. It's not an ad.
And to make it like a permanent fixture, it's not a one-game patch. It's there all the time.
Right, it's a thing. And the Coyotes actually had Goals for Kids in their very first version. Good luck finding those.
That's another good one.
But yeah, I mean, look for a logo I've never loved because of how basic it is, and this is not the best. I mean, maybe that's the Avro arrow. I don't know. Aviation people come at me. It's a very bland jersey, but in these colors, I think it pops. And in person, it is worth it.
Their first one kind of flopped a little bit.
The gray, so dark and dingy. This is the opposite.
It didn't do great. They needed an improvement. I think over RR1, this is definitely a step up.
So it's third.
Now, Phil, I want you to read what this is reverse retroing to.
I was also trying to think, like, should we try to get the lights?
Like, can I? What happens if I? Oh, okay, and then we have the big. There's still a light on. Oh no, and now we just look terrible. Can you reach the light switch?
Oh
no, you just turn on more lights.
Oh my god, I look tan.
So
these were supposed.
It glows.
It's the image. What it might look like if Vegas was around in the 90s, 1990.
60s maybe.
Yeah, I get more of like
It says 95 on the collar.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because I literally read it from the NHL website. This is what we designed it to look like, as if they were around in 1995.
No, that's not what 95 looked like.
No.
That is.
If they want to see it glow in the dark, they can check out one of the shorts. We did the short.
Oh yeah, we did do a short with that,
Oh,
didn't
very
we?
good.
Yeah, one of our better viewed ones. Actually. No, I vehemently disagree with 95. Like, you tell me 75, you tell me 65. Yes,
This is Rat Pack.
Yeah,
You know.
I mean, that's bad messaging on the branding, and I'm sure most people expected this in the innovative video because it glows in the dark.
Oh sure.
Right? No other jersey has ever glowed in the dark.
Nope.
Even though Dallas's third looks like it would. But seeing this in person, like, I thought, oh, it's bland. First off, it doesn't reverse. It's not a reverse retro. There's nothing about this that is reversing or retro. They made up a third jersey, and
they did.
And it's a third jersey, and it would be a fine third jersey, but they put it in a reverse retro because reasons. And there's nothing like that's okay. It's a big gimmick. Everyone's talking about the glow in the dark and not the design itself, and otherwise it's rather plain. But seeing this in person, like, seeing someone walking around in it, that is a quality hockey jersey. Now it has 90s Pittsburgh vibes,
Sure.
which maybe that's their 90s thought.
Could be.
Like,
I very much get old Vegas vibes, and when we go there, we'll go to old Vegas. We'll go to the Flamingo. We'll go to all those things of yesteryear, and like, you can get that vibe from this jersey.
The font is right out of the Stardust. Like, there's storytelling
100%.
elements throughout.
100%.
When was the outdoor game in Vegas?
91.
Okay.
The original outdoor.
You can watch that on YouTube
Yes,
too.
you
It's
can.
fantastic.
But
what I'm wondering is, like, why not throw back to the Wranglers? Like, why not?
And their logo is a guy on a horse with a hockey stick in the air. You're telling me you can't make the cowboy into a knight? It's so stupid obvious.
That's it.
Like this great third jersey. Make it a third. Get rid of the
That's
gray.
what it is. It's not reverse retro.
And the gray one that they clearly don't want to wear because they want sparkle. Put this as the third. The reverse retro should have been based on the Wranglers.
Yeah.
Like, there's no. It's that probably keeps it out of the better of lists because of everything else around it. In a bubble, it's a great. It's a good design, and in person, it does really work.
Yep.
Good luck finding one though.
Yeah, no, this one's out.
I would want to at this point, but I'm not paying that much.
I actually got it for a decent, for what they were going for. I got it for a decent.
And it's probably more than I've ever paid for a jersey.
It
What
would be
you
more
paid,
than
so.
they paid for, yeah.
So, anyways, number one, I'm probably going to get some weird looks for, but I really stand by it. I need to find one of these.
Yep.
Dallas.
It's stunning.
Bill, when they wear these?
Their inaugural season in Dallas, 1993.
And so, like, the shoulder patch Texas map is there. The Dallas across the top is not. That'd be their third year in Dallas. They would add that.
There was that 1 year. It's like that 1 year where all of a sudden that slight change, but you would never know it.
And it's brilliant because, like, the A is like it's already up above the way, and so it actually makes it better adding the Dallas.
Yep.
But the reason this works, silver. The silver really does pop. Where even on that camera, it looks white.
And their first one was white, and it looks really, really good. It was a crisp look.
I initially hated it because it was so white. The pants and stuff. But again, seeing it in person, that silver is you just don't get that granular, shiny silver that you get. The logo is where it really works. Yeah, I mean, like it really, and it doesn't show up in the pictures and the graphics or on ice. Really, I also think the green really works and the original jersey had very little green. This was black. On the black jersey, this was also black.
Green was the accent.
Green was the accent. They
Sure.
downplayed it after moving from Minnesota. And
which I get why. I understand.
Yeah, you want to clean, but even though they had that same jersey in Minnesota, but no one remembers that.
No, which is
2 years of it.
It took you forever to find one.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, I have one. There's an error to it. I got to figure out what that's about.
Oh, yeah.
But look, in person, the green looks great. The silver really hammers this home. When it's in the font and stuff, the silver again really pops. And on the camera, it doesn't show up. It just doesn't show up, and that's a shame because it is an excellent jersey, and I am shocked because I looked at it and went meh, very meh on all of these, and then you see them in person, it's like I was wrong.
I get it.
And how often do I say I'm wrong? Anyone who knows me? Never. So in person, check them out. Would recommend buying. Last thoughts?
No.
Phil, take us out.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and tune in for another episode of Ugly Thirds.